by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Beefo, and Luby, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Friday edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, the first one of the new year from our favorite Friday place, which is 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park. And today, we've got a bunch of understudies filling in. To my right here, your left, it's Ken, the Professor Jacobsen, who should be filling in for Mike Luby Lubitz, who's still on the mend from a throat ailment. And then
I don't
we've
have a
got
throat ailment. I just have a stuffy nose.
Okay, it's just a flesh wound. It's just a,
It's not. I just have a stuffy nose. I'm here. I've been here all week. I can't be that sick.
I know you're not that sick, and you haven't. Well, Kenahara, so far, hanging in one piece. But on the way, any minute now, filling in for the ailing Jeff Defo DeForest, one Neki Mohan from Visit Lauderdale. It's going to be a big week next week with the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Niki's going to come here to talk about it. Neki is also a closet degenerate.
Cheers. I don't know if she's such
Professor.
a closet degenerate.
She's pretty open
outward
about it. I spent Derby Day with her here. Actually, not up here at 10 Palms where we are, but down at Christine Lee's. Man, did we have a fun time with her boyfriend, Demetrius, and a whole cast of characters. That was Derby Day. We all ended up winners, too. But
I heard.
Was,
always makes for a good day.
Shocking turn of events. Ken, how are you today? I understand that you're a little perturbed about this potential alien invasion at Bayside. I wasn't even aware.
I'm just preparing. I have seen Predator at least 25 times. And much like Jesse the Body Ventura in that movie, I am, in fact, a goddamn sexual tyrannosaur. So I've already got, I've already sprayed the lawn, so I have mud to slather all over myself so the predators can't see me. Because if it bleeds, we can kill it. No, I don't even. We can actually branch this into sports because we are now in an era where
let me give you,
probably the most famous and powerful athlete in the biggest sport in the world feels comfortable going on ESPN in the biggest show on ESPN and accusing Jimmy.
I don't want to
accuses Jimmy Kimmel of being a pedophile.
Okay. I'd rather talk about Alex Jones and his. Thank you.
But I'm saying we have now
we've
become so conditioned to this Alex Jones world that people don't think twice of, oh, well, there was an incident at Bayside and 100 cops responded, so it must be predator mole people.
Yes.
Or my personal favorite, it is the Nephilim from the time of Noah in the Bible. Who, by the way, for those who know the Bible, are listed as being 300 cubits tall, which makes them 450 feet tall, which I feel like you would have noticed that on the
cubit. What is a cubit, by the way? I know what a furlong is.
It's an ancient unit of measurement. It's about 1.5 feet.
Okay.
Which, again, if you know the story of Noah, he got instructions to build 1,000-cubit ark.
Whatever happened to the lizard people? I thought that's what the Alex Jones people were most concerned about.
Well, the Predators. Haven't you ever seen a Predator movie? The Predators may have killed the lizard people off. They kill everything.
Yes. Believe it or not,
they killed the aliens.
I've not seen the last alien movie.
I think they killed Danny Trejo in one of those movies, and that's hard to do.
You can't kill Danny
if you could kill Danny Trejo, lizard people probably like paper.
That's impressive.
So now we are loaded and locked on the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group. We are. Let me see if we've hit 135, 134.9, 134,900.
That's amazing. You're at 132 last week.
Crazy the growth. Maybe some aliens are joining the group.
We don't know how many of those are predators. So.
Yeah, there could be some bots. Definitely some bots. Definitely maybe a couple of aliens. And I guess the question I had for you was, if you were an alien coming to Miami for the first time, where would you go to eat?
You're definitely going to Joe's. Like you've flown 1,000 light years across the galaxy to come to Miami. So, I mean, if you got the budget for that flight, you got a couple bucks in your pocket. Right. You're not worried about the bills.
I would hope.
You want to eat some stone crab, and you've come to Miami.
Right.
So I feel 100% like your first meal as a predator who has come to Earth to hunt humans at Bayside.
And do you know
is at Joe's.
What do you think the aliens would like stone crabs or say that they're overrated?
I've never met anybody who doesn't like stone crabs, so I
Defoe
feel yes.
says overrated all the
Yeah,
time.
but Defoe's wrong.
Yeah, thank you. And this is why Defoe is firmly ensconced at the bottom of the lunchbox eating depth chart. I mean, Mike Luby Lubitz has grown and come up. And we've now are joined, and it's been far too long. Happy New Year. Neki Mohan from Visit Lauderdale. It's a big week coming up next week, and it's a big week every week for us Friday at Gulfstream. I think this is the first time you've been here for one of our Friday shows.
I have. This is the first time I've been here, but I'm so excited. As you know, I like the horses.
Yes, we were saying that. I said you were a closet degenerate, and then Luby said, not so closet.
Not so closet anymore. Not so closet. You know, I grew up in Trinidad, and as you know, I grew up around a horse track, and horse racing is big in the Trinidadian community.
Yes.
In fact, many of the grooms and stuff that work here at Gulfstream are Trinidadians.
Yes.
So.
I think you should introduce our guest since she has an expertise on this. What the question we were just asking,
okay.
which
So
is
I don't know if you know Ken,
if
the Professor
Predators
Jacobsen,
come to Fort Lauderdale,
restaurateur, man about town. He
Yes.
is a partner in the Foundry restaurant up in Pompano Beach.
Amazing.
Friend of Luby's and friend of the Lunchbox show.
Nice to meet you.
He's
Nick.
filling in for
Yeah.
Luby because Luby's fighting this ferocious head cold.
Oh, yeah. Don't come near me, Luby.
You're filling it, and he actually switched out the headphones. He has his own separate quarantined headphones because he's courteous, and that's what we need to do this time. Cold and flu season, and COVID is still around, as we all well know. So,
What's the question?
No, well, you're filling in for Jeff Defoe DeForest, who's
Yes.
on injured reserve this week with knee and ankle injuries. We also
Nice.
have menus for you to make a selection if we're going to give you
Peruse.
a lunch
Is that a
here.
mocktail?
No, are you kidding me? We drink for real here on the
What happened to
Lunchbox.
Dry January?
This is, I tell you what, I dispensed with that on Tuesday's show. I said to hell with that. I started slugging down wine on the Tuesday show, and that was from home. So that
well, it's
shows
kind
you.
of hard with VL Wine and Food or VL Food and Wine like next week, right?
It's what I told
So it's going to
people.
have to be dry February.
It's a damp January.
Damp January.
It's looking very more on the wet side, right, Ken? But Ken, we were talking before you got here. Did you see this whole Michigas about there was, I guess, this fracas at Bayside the other night, which is
Ooh.
not an unusual situation. It happens
Right.
sometimes. That might have been gangs or whatever. But now all the kind of nut job conspiracy theorists say it was really an alien attack, and they have some video of like 8-foot
blurry
tall
figures
creatures
that don't look like anything.
Wow. You know, I kind of saw the headlines. As you know, I was in
Mhm.
California,
right.
but you know, I think the outside life is getting closer.
And my question was, if you were coming, if aliens indeed were coming to South Florida, where would
Yes.
they go to eat, Broward wise? He said Joe's for Miami. Once they traveled a million light years, you could probably, if they afford the airfare, they could probably afford the stone crabs there.
Yes,
But where would they
yes.
go in Broward County? Visit Lauderdale.
I think maybe they would go to like Coconuts.
Coconuts is a good, yes.
Big good introductory place to go
Yeah.
to Lauderdale.
Yeah, because you want to be on the water and you kind of get both
That's
sides
it.
of that.
And maybe on the stars beyond the galaxy,
Yeah.
they've heard the Fort Lickerdale name and they want to get an introduction.
Well, they're definitely
right
going to
from
the elbow
start.
room.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
They're definitely going to the elbow room.
I don't know if they're getting a seat with the Bills in town this
I
week.
don't think they want to sit in the elbow room.
No,
But everybody stands.
even the aliens are
yes,
scared
of whatever is
some
in
of
the elbow room.
anything
The
on the
elbow room
I'm just
is
saying
vintage.
with Bills Mafia in town for the game this weekend, I don't think you're getting any spots in the even if you're a predator and you
Yeah.
can wipe out entire
Yeah.
alien races.
But maybe we can introduce them to, Dune and
if they want to be classy aliens,
yeah,
get them right down that whole A1A Beach Row. I mean, our friend Paul De Silva at Burlock Coast
Yeah.
and the Ritz-Carlton and Adrian Grenier, they're
That's
hosting
right.
a special
and maybe
dinner
we can
next
take
week.
them up to South in Pompano Beach, and
They
they
could
can,
go up there. But, Dune, Evelyn's, and the new Moss at the that Four Seasons has been getting
I
big,
used to
big-
try to keep up with you, but I'm so lost. Like
Yeah.
you're so far ahead of me.
Oh,
right
well,
now.
I still get out and about. I haven't been to the new restaurant at Four Seasons called Moss, which is looks very frou-frou. They're doing, how about this one, Ken? I don't know if you saw any of the posts on the Let's Eat group, but a couple of people have been there. Talk about like upscale dining where you could tell they're like aiming for Michelin stars. If Michelin guides,
I just love
if they start coming to Broward, macaron, like
Yes.
a macaron.
Who doesn't
with
love those?
foie gras
Ooh.
and like peanut butter and jelly-ish type substances?
Oh,
like
I
some
don't
sort
know
of
if I
nut
don't know if I
butter
like the
and jelly. There we go. We've got a Greek salad. Do you want a Greek salad or do you want something on the menu? We're gonna
I'm just gonna
order.
pick. I
during
would
the
love.
first
Can I
break.
have some sparkling water with lime, pretty
Yeah.
please? Yes.
We'll get
Yeah.
aim to
you
please here.
always order well, and as
We
you know,
have-
I'm not picky.
Okay. We
We're
have a
up in a
Reuben
house where you
sandwich.
eat what's in front of you.
We have a margarita pizza.
Yeah,
We
this is
have
enough.
things being dropped in on us as we speak.
Sushi rolls.
Ken loves the sushi here. And at 10 Palms, I don't know if you've come out here before.
I haven't been here in a while.
It is Joe Beja, who's going to be joining us on the show later. He's the executive director of food and beverage here at Gulfstream Park. He has upgraded this menu, and whatever you want, when there's live racing, you come up here to 10 Palms. On Sunday, of course, we have the brunch buffet, which we're going to be doing a contest later in the show that in conjunction with the Lunchbox and 10 Palms, we have a big contest. But the other racing days, they have this menu that he has upgraded things where you have everything from sushi to pizza and Reuben sandwiches. And look at this here, Nikki. Do you see what's on the
I
menu?
know that's from the Catherine.
He went to the Catherine.
And he had clam chowder fries.
He had the clam chowder fries, and he said, "You know
Oh.
what? The sincerest form of flattery in the restaurant business
Imitation.
is just ripping somebody off." And so he put the chowder fries on here. Have you been to the Catherine yet?
I have. I
And
finally got there.
Did you like it?
Of course I did. Does anybody not like that
Yes.
place?
Some people who don't like paying $1 for unlimited filtered sparkling water, that these
Okay.
people on Let's Eat group, they will find anything to gripe about.
Listen, that's a small spot. As
we love
know.
Timon.
But Timon and his wife do such a good job providing a quality product. And it's elevated dining, and if you want to keep somebody in business that does elevated dining,
And it's a small spot. It's a cozy spot.
It
So
is. You have to. It's one of those places. It's always packed. So if you plan on making a reservation, make sure that you show up because
his dinner that
it's
he's
hard to get
doing
in.
with Brad Kilgore from
Yeah.
down south in Miami, very highly regarded,
Yes.
acclaimed chef. That one is sold out, so that's
Yep.
good news. Most of the events are
especially
sold
after
out.
his shout out in the New York Times at the end of the year.
Yeah, you did see that.
I
Yeah.
did. I don't
With-
miss a beat.
Yeah, he again.
Unless
Timon,
the aliens. The aliens I seem to miss.
we did a
But
show
the food and
while you were getting ready for your big Southern California Rose Bowl
Mhm.
parade trip.
Oh,
We
that's
did
what you're
a
talking about. That's
lunchbox
cool.
show with Timon and Marissa.
Yeah, it was
Right
fun.
after he got those accolades. He did let us know that when the Times writer came in at the time, it was a red curry yellowtail snapper. It has now since been changed to a branzino,
Branzino.
which
Yeah.
is coming from overseas, but he said it's a little bit more of a consistent product that the snapper, although it's local, sometimes this time of year it gets a little bit harder to find
Yeah.
the quality.
And he does do fresh what's available.
Oh, yeah.
And his menu will change on a dime.
Yep.
Because of what's available and how he's feeling. And so while there's some staples like the clam chowder fries on the menu, he will switch it up in a heartbeat. And he has really good sangria.
Let's talk about your Southern California trip. How did that go? What was it like? Were you on the float or were you along the parade
No.
route? How does that work?
No.
I thought you and Stacy would be like driving the float. Or something.
Next year, maybe if we get a chance to go back. No, our float, our theme was everyone under the sun, and
We
it
love that.
showcased the welcoming and inclusive nature of Broward County. And so our representatives on the float represented some of our stars and some of our most esteemed citizens. We had Bill Lindsay from the Panthers.
We love Bill Lindsay. He's
And he got a big write-up in the Pasadena. They were they're big hockey fans out
are
there.
they right?
They were very impressed to see Bill Lindsay and Stanley C on the float.
Nice,
We had the Broward County School Principal of the Year from Piper High,
very nice.
Marie Hodigan. We had Stuart Milk, who is the
Oh,
nephew.
I know Stuart.
Who's
He
the
lives in
nephew
Wilton
of
Manor
Harvey
now.
Milk,
Right.
and he is a big LGBTQ plus rights activist.
Yep. He was
And,
friendly with Norman Kent. Rest in peace, Norman.
He's a big deal, and he lives here.
Yep.
And we had Miss Seminole,
Nice.
Tomlin Billy.
Was she betting on football games on the app at the time? Or I guess the app is not active in the.
Can't
Sorry.
cross straight
No.
lines there.
Tomlin was very representative of her Seminole culture
Beautiful.
and tribe. And as you can see, we had the big guitar
Nice.
for our landmark guitar hotel.
You sent me the clip. I missed it. I've been a little bit busy the
Yeah,
last
you've
week.
been
but
busy the last week, but yes. And
but-
then we had a Fort Lauderdale song. Have you downloaded it?
I have.
Lauderdale?
I heard it. And who was singing it? That was like the
an
country-
impact artist here in Broward County. His name is Alexander Starr.
Yes.
And he is such a great artist here. I've seen him in so many venues. We've had him at VL Wine and Food.
Yep.
We've had him at all these different events. But he did the song that he wrote for Fort Lauderdale called Lauderdale. And just for the Rose Parade, he did a mashup with Eli, his producer, who's also produced for Flow Rider, and put Welcome to Our House in the middle and threw in a 954.
Nice.
So the crowd really got into that. And
Well,
but
that's
really
good.
and truly,
Exposure
I
like
think,
that, seen by millions. Was Governor DeSantis on the float?
no, I think he was busy. But we
I
we
can't
also
resist.
had our we
Ken
also
has-
had our
Ken
logo.
has an interest in
Come
this
on,
race.
Oh,
Ford.
yeah.
Come on,
Who
You
are
Ford.
must
you
be
rooting
betting. I
for?
haven't bet yet.
We're
But-
gonna get there. Get up for. Get up
There
for.
we go.
Oh, he didn't
Oh.
get up.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
got
it's
nosed.
3-4.
But
He
the,
got
one of the
nosed.
greatest things, and you're
Yes.
an old sports guy, is our Visit Lauderdale logo was right next to the scoreboard at the Rose Bowl. So you couldn't show the Michigan Alabama score, especially in that overtime, without seeing our logo.
I say, unfortunately, they didn't score that much, though.
It didn't. It was a slow game. It was a really slow game.
You needed
It
that
got
in the
exciting
Washington,
in the
Texas
fourth.
game.
Yeah, it got,
Hey,
it
went
got
to
really exciting in
overtime,
the
and
overtime.
as long as Saban got defeated, what did you think? Were you rooting for?
I was rooting
anybody?
for a good game.
Okay, that's
And I
you're
had been
so political.
and I had been up since 4 a.m.
Mhm.
So by that point, I was probably dozing off in my burrito bowl in the stands.
Mm.
But it was. Listen, I'm just so many people like walked by and said, "Oh my goodness, we're so coming to Fort Lauderdale. We've enjoyed you guys. We've enjoyed knowing more about you. What do people know about Fort Lauderdale? Right? We have a beach and we have an elbow room.
We
Right?
used to have some problems with counting votes, but that's all in the past.
But
now
now
we're
they
known-
know. Now they know so much more about us
We're
on one of the
known-
biggest stages, and I think we got we're going to get a lot of momentum out of that visit
I
and
say
exposure.
we have all the quality and sophistication of Miami without the traffic. That's kind of where I'm
you know,
going from.
South Florida is such a beautiful, diverse area, and it really does have something for everyone. That we just wanted to show them what makes us special,
Right.
Right? Because
Well-
we're all like, if you live here, you know the difference between Palm Beach, Miami, and Fort Lauderdale. But we want the rest of the people to come to our site, visit lauderdale.com, and then there we have all our festivals and all our events and World Cup cricket that's in May.
Yeah.
The whole world's going to be looking at World Cup
And you
cricket.
talk
here in May.
about everyone under the sun, everything under the sun. You look at this menu at 10
Yeah.
Palms, and it really is representative of the
it's so
diversity you
great.
find here, because I have a Greek salad. It's coming up to Eastern Orthodox Christmas is this Sunday. Do you
Oh,
know
is it?
that?
No, I did not.
So that's the Greek Orthodox Church. A lot of my Greek friends are going to be celebrating Christmas this Sunday. I guess
Thank
it was
you
also
so much.
Three Kings Day is tomorrow,
Yes.
and that's for a
They're
lot
gonna
of
have the Three Kings Parade in
big-
in Little Havana.
down in Little Havana. It's big with the Cuban and the Hispanic
Mhm.
Latino communities. Got Greek sal. We've got a margarita flatbread, so that's the Italian side of the street. We've got a Reuben sandwich for me and my Brooklyn Jewish brethren. We've got sushi. I guess we got to find a little bit of a Trini and the Caribbean. I know that Joe is always constantly looking for new and innovative menu items. I'm really sad that you missed 2 months ago. He had a Caribbean themed monthly event. They do these monthly taste of the track events,
Oh wow!
and he called it it was basically rum and Caribbean food, and it was a fantastic event. And the
Oh,
crowd
wow.
was like, it was great, vibrant, packed house
Yeah.
of incredible diversity. And he had Haitian, he had some griot and
Yeah.
the pickles.
Listen,
He had
yeah.
beef patties. There was a great amount
Listen,
of
one thing I can say about our community is that we all unify on music, food, and a good time. And those and really that's all we want to stress at Visit Lauderdale is that we have so many things that everybody from anywhere could come and enjoy here. And this menu is amazing. It is a great, I'm digging all in. As you know, I come for the food. I mean, I like you, Mike, but really and truly,
what I love
I don't
about
miss a meal.
when we do lunch boxes together, Nikki, is you are not shy, and you dig into the food and you enjoy it with as much gusto as I usually do.
Just a little cleaner.
And
Neither.
much. Oh, you outclass me. Like I am a bottom level claimer.
Well, that's why you
are
didn't
a
get picked for
grade
the
one
Rose Bowl
stakes horse. So, Ken, how'd you do on that photo?
I won the exacta, and
You
I got the right one on top. So
Oh, you got a
yeah,
7-1
I'd
on
rather
top.
have that on top.
So the
it's not
next
bad.
round of drinks is on you.
Sure, that works.
Look at that. We got the clam chowder fries dropping in. Looks like Joe.
That is an interesting concoction right there.
Well, again, Tim and Baloo at the Catherine.
You don't knock it till you try it.
He
no,
he
I
did
have
this-
actually tried the Catherine version.
Catherine
It's
version.
excellent.
Uh-huh.
Again, visually, it's an interesting dish. That's
Yes,
all
it
I'm
is.
saying.
When it first shows up, you're like,
You're like, what the heck
am
is
I
that?
going into that?
But I like clams.
And then once you get in, you can't get out.
I like fries. I like chowder at the bottom. And
Well, you know
Why
me
not?
and clam chowder, so
you have a history with clam chowder?
I hate everybody in Boston. So,
So
You're
you
New Yorker too, Ken.
their sports teams have made me despise the entire city of Boston and their population. Well, their sports team and their movie stars, because really,
but
Ben
they,
Affleck and Mark Wahlberg from one city. What the hell? Man?
Oh man. So do you like Manhattan clam chowder?
I
the red
love
chowder?
Manhattan clam
Do you
chowder.
like conch chowder?
I love conch
Do you like
chowder.
both the red version of the conch chowder that we see often here and the Bahamian, which is sometimes more made from a yellow pepper cream? Oh, what is it made from? I had an amazing Bahamian conch chowder at a place that you need to get to if you haven't been, called Swirl Wine Bistro. We did a show up there last month,
Ooh.
and she was born in Jamaica, grew up in New York and Brooklyn, and the proprietors, her and her husband Mike, who also is a Brooklynite like me, a global menu. She's classically trained chef, and she does this Bahamian conch chowder that's like one of the best things I ate all last year. You got to get up there.
I got to be honest. I've only tried the red conch chowder,
Yeah.
and I am a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
But now I got to try Swirl. It sounds
Swirl Wine Bistro is in the same
They're-
shopping plaza in Margate as Pasta and, which is one of the best little hidden gem
Mhm.
Italian restaurants. But it's great.
There's a restaurant in the garden, Miami Gardens, that does it in a pineapple, and they do it for events. So the stuff. So
the way
good.
that Ken
So
feels about New England clam chowder is the way I feel about mixing pineapple and fruit with things like soup. If you put pineapple on that pizza,
I was going to say, have we done this
I
this debate on the food show yet?
it's
The
been
pineapple pizza thing.
I like
There's
pineapple
no
pizza.
debate. It's just, look, I'm not the food police. Anybody can eat anything they want. My daughter likes it. It just happened to have to disown her, and she'll be on her own because she puts ketchup on her hot dogs and pineapple on her pizza. But I love her very much.
Ooh, those are really two bad ones.
That's a too bad thing. Do you know Luby puts ketchup on his corned beef hash?
Do you know when I first started working with knowing Luby put ketchup on one of my steaks one time,
Oh,
and I had to hit him with my meat hammer.
and you were totally justified.
that-
What
by
does
the-
your meat hammer look like?
The meat,
totally
You know
the
what?
meat tenderizer is what I'm talking about. I knew somebody was going to do that. That's not what I meant. I wasn't going for the dirty.
No,
content. Yes,
I'm
I hit him with
always
my
a
meat tenderizer because
the little pellet. thing.
Yes,
That's
the thing with the
pallet or
edges.
whatever it's called.
because
Yes,
he put ketchup on my steak. I told him
Yeah.
to get out of my house.
that's a
and he
no.
didn't believe me. He was like, "Oh, ha, ha, ha,
What
fine,
I've
Ken."
learned as admin of the 135,000 member Let's Eat
Yes.
South Florida group is that people are weird. They have their own proclivities
Yes.
and perversions when it comes to food. I am no longer sitting in judgment as the food police. Whatever makes you happy. That's my motto, especially in 2024.
I think there's some rules to that within. If you are at a restaurant, do your thing. If it's your own home, do your thing. But if you go to somebody's home, the way the food is served is the way the person who cooked it intended it to be served. So if
You
you're
need
at
to try it that way.
somebody's house and they serve you a steak and they don't put ketchup or A1 sauce or whatever your steak thing is on the table, don't ask for it. Try the steak as it is presented because they're in your home. You're in their home.
Yeah, I mean, in
their
the
house,
Caribbean,
their
it's the
rules.
same way. Like, they make their food with love. And if you come and you're like, I'm not hungry, you're never being invited back. And you may be put out.
I'm always hungry, Nikki.
Right, exactly. You and me both, brother.
Hey, let's start this contest, and then we're going to talk about next week, visit Lauderdale, and how you can get the few remaining tickets
Yeah.
left for the events. Again, did you hear that the grand tasting
I
is
saw
a
it on
sellout?
yesterday's show. I was viewing.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
because Phil said he didn't want to post it on social media yet because as soon as he posts that it's a complete sellout,
Nobody will go to the site
no,
and buy
he
the other
said,
things.
no. He says his
phone
phone
rings
blows
up.
up.
The phone. Yeah,
But everybody-
so does
Everybody
ours.
waits until
does
it's
ours.
a sellout, and they say, "Hey, can you get me 4 tickets?" Like, why didn't you buy them while they were there? Because
Well,
they're
and
all
also,
the,
why don't
like,
you buy them right after the event? You get a really good price for next year.
Oh, he does all those. They do all those
Well,
great.
plus
Phil
you know
does a great
mostly
job.
radio people, so they're trying to score
well,
freebies.
that's
Let's be
Defo, but
honest.
we already
It's
took
not
care
just
of
Defo. It's pretty much the whole industry.
a bunch of schnorrers. But I'm an expert, and they're going to be. I'm looking forward to that. But first, let's do the contest. Thank you, Luby. Hey, he's keeping the trains on time.
Yes.
Joe Beja said he was off property, but he's back. He's going to be joining us at about 1:45.
Oh, nice.
So the trains are running on time. Let's do it. You know all about the contest, right? It's where we give away a pair of vouchers to the Sunday brunch buffet here at 10 Palms. And you know, New Year means they have to make a little price adjustment because the price of everything is going up. But for you, if you win the
It's
contest, the price remains the same, free. And everybody loves free, especially radio people.
Exactly.
Right? So here we go. Here's how it works. You email the answers to this week's restaurant trivia questions, along with your horse selection for this week's contest race, and that's going to be numbers 1 through 13 in this week's race. And the football tiebreaker is the first tiebreaker pick to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. That's noon. If it comes at the 12:02, it goes right into the delete bin. Sorry. All right, but you guys have been pretty good about that. My favorite, Nikki, is when somebody sends it in the day after and still gets the wrong horse. That's some pretty bad email service right there. All right, this week's contest race, Nikki.
Yes.
And we've got 3 stakes races on the card tomorrow, but the one we're going to be using is the 9th race, the $125,000 Ginger Brew Stakes, going a mile on the turf for 3-year-old fillies. And again, it's a packed field, full field of 13, including one also eligible. If the also eligible, that's number 13, doesn't get in, and you pick number 13, you'll get the post-time favorite. So this is kind of a little cheat sheet for those who watch the show. If you want to just get the post-time favorite, pick the 13, and if he scratches, you get it. But there's also the chance the 13 will run, and then you have a 20-1 Saffie Joseph long shot, which is not such a bad thing. Do you understand any of that, Nikki?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Do you understand any of that,
Yes, I've
Ken?
played the pick 3 before. I understand how
good.
track rules work.
Again, numbers 1 through 13 in the Ginger Brew Stakes is set to go off at 4:06 p.m. on tomorrow's 11 race card, but it's the 9th race that we're looking for. Winner of the 9th race. Okay? And this week's football tiebreaker is the winner and victory margin in Sunday night's huge Dolphins-Bills game for all the marbles in the AFC East.
Dolphins by 4.
Dolphins by 4. On my sheet here, I have Dolphins by 3. Your prediction, Nikki, is? Don't say Buffalo. You're a homer.
I'm gonna say Dolphins by 5.
Okay.
So I was
Which
going
is
to
a
say Dolphins
random
by
number.
6.
3, 4, 5.
I was going to
So
say 6, actually.
We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a straight. That's
now we got to
great.
go play the exact.
I'm a little
box the next
scared of
race.
the Bills. The Bulls.
I'm not.
The Bills.
I'm scared of the Dolphins.
everything. I'm scared of
That's
the
what
Dolphins.
I'm scared of.
Yeah, I'm scared of
All
Mike McDaniel.
I'm
leaving our
not scared of
starter
the
pit.
Bills.
Before we get into the preview of the game and the Tyreek Hill Michigas. All right.
Oh, yeah.
If multiple entrants have all 3 elements right, you know what happens, Nikki? We have a tiebreaker drawing on Monday's Lunchbox show in the hat, where I pick whoever has all 3 elements right. All right.
How many times
Are
has
you
that
exhausted
happened, by
yet?
the way? How
A
many
lot.
times have you had to go to the hat?
I did
lot.
last week.
Yeah,
We
a
had
lot.
our winner,
Nice.
Richard Libwitz, was in a 2-way shake because 7 of 8 people who had the winning horse and the winning restaurant picked the Ravens, and 4 of them picked Ravens by exact same number 6. 2 of them picked by 10. So the 2 that had them by 10.
Nobody went Ravens by 30.
Nobody had Ravens by 30. So the 2 that had Ravens by 10 were in the hat. Richard Libwitz, congratulations again for last week's victory.
All right, so let's get with
Let's get to it. Thank you.
You're
I'm
unbelievable.
exhausted.
I'm exhausted by watching you. That's why I put on the headphones, because you were scaring me.
I love your voice there. You're so sexy.
Don't like it
even
at
when
all.
you've got
That's why
that
I've tried to
full-
leave them alone, but you were going off the rails.
How many frogs did you swallow?
Like about 15. All right,
Okay.
so let's get to our hints for
Okay.
the contest this week, Mr. Mayo.
Nikki, I say Nikki is betting. She's hit that
Both
Ken's
of them.
betting.
That's why I'm here.
For this week's contest, we celebrate Eastern Orthodox Christmas on Sunday, also known as Greek Orthodox Christmas, with a Greek restaurant. You ready, Nikki?
Yes.
It's still in existence.
Still in existence.
Good for you.
Here we go. This longtime popular Greek eatery on the Intracoastal in Hollywood is known for its do-it-yourself hummus service with mortar and pestle, and a raucous atmosphere that includes dancing on tables and plate smashing later in the evening.
Okay, so you went easy again.
I know what it
This
is.
is the easy one, right?
This is an easy one.
Okay, okay.
Do you
Well, that's
know
good.
it yet?
I think I know it. Yeah.
Do you know it, Ken?
I presume I know it.
Are you listening?
I think I know it,
All
but
right.
there's also a place that's kind of just like a bar
All
and
right.
not Greek where
But
I
here
can
we
also
go.
see it.
It's the only Greek restaurant in the Intracoastal in Hollywood.
Okay.
And again, make your own. Have you been there?
I have, and they also had one on South Beach.
Well, at one point they did. Now I'm
Mhm.
going to say the flagship Hollywood location has been around for more than 25 years.
Okay, so then yeah. that's
And the
what-
restaurant also has an outpost in Orlando, but its Delray Beach location on Atlantic Avenue shuttered suddenly last summer. So it had a Delray Beach
Okay.
location that shut. But the Hollywood original has been there going strong. I think it's like 27 years now.
I've
They
only
have
been to the one in Hollywood if it's the place
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
All right, and I might as well just wrap up the clues
Yeah,
now
go on the
because
clues.
Joe's going to be here later. Okay, on its door and on its website, the restaurant says that it is open daily, quote, until the ouzo runs out. Until
that's
the
interesting.
ouzo runs out. That's the closing time of this long-time popular Greek eatery that is still serving up beautiful lamb chops and fish dishes and all kinds of
And fun.
fun. It's a fun place
It is.
in Hollywood. Again, send that answer along with a pick 1 through 13 in the Ginger Brew Stakes, the 9th race, and a pick Dolphins or Bills by X amount of points to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow.
When you
I'm
said a
exhausted.
fun word,
What's
fun, I feel like next week's going to be a lot of that. That's why I'm glad my sickness is this week, because
Yeah.
literally every day next week we have something going on with the
Get it
Visitor
out of
Food
the
and Wine
way.
Festival.
Is it going to be fun for you? Because for me, believe it or not, Nikki,
It's
this
stressful.
is work. This is called
It's
work.
exhausting.
A lot of judging.
Yeah.
I have to judge the
A lot
bar
of eating.
fight competition.
Listen
Oh,
to
no,
him.
isn't he great? See,
I mean, are you-
for Nikki, it's actually work.
Like, I
I've
love
seen
that
her.
he tries
It's
to
not
turn
work for
this
him.
into an actual job.
You
Oh
think
no!
it's easy to do this.
I have to
back
go
away?
eat
It
and
is. I
drink.
watched it. It's very easy.
I have to go eat and drink for free and party with people. I'm so upset about it. What a miserable. There's some poor bastard picking up garbage right now on the back of the truck, and you're like, oh, it's such hard work to have to judge the bar brawl. Yeah,
It's by the end of the night, and I you have to
have a
kinda-
little gratitude for the fortune you've
have to
had in life.
elucidate
Really?
the reasons why you like one drink over another. It's very stressful.
Yeah,
especially
yeah, it
when you've
sucks.
had like
I
8
couldn't
cocktails.
judge the bar fight because I would be so drunk. I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't remember what
the
the other
problem with
one
that
tasted
is-
like. I
You know what? Honestly, the
wouldn't-
problem with these contests is, and Luby and I actually did one years ago at Doc Reno's bacon celebration.
That sounds like something I could get down with.
Nobody goes Bourdain. Nobody issues the mean one that is necessary to people who need a little work on their dish. Like, so we're doing this bacon thing, and Luby and Defo were the guest celebrities, but they ran out of celebrities, so they pulled me and CJ in. And there was one dish that was awful. So I wrote, tastes like a pack of sizzling, had sex in the
Oh,
dumpster
God.
behind a Publix,
That's a little strong image.
and this was born. And they didn't want to read it because it was too green for the owner.
exactly.
Well,
Nobody
all I
go, look, somebody needs to go Bourdain at these things. If somebody produces something that's not good,
I'm
tell them it's not
Well,
good.
Mayo's very
you
honest.
know me.
but
I'm honest, but I do it in a way that is both complimentary and
constructive.
constructive. And food is my forte, Nikki.
Yeah.
I never
Yes.
thought that I would be asked to do a cocktail competition. However, they had me last year. Apparently, they liked me enough that they invited me back. I wasn't expecting that, but I think the thing that clinched it for them was that they interviewed the judges in the final round about what you think, and I broke into rap at one point in the final round of judging. I broke into a Outcast song because
Which one?
well, it was Hey Ya, because one of the participants, one of the mixologists, made a drink that included like a little bit of a side sugar. Like instead of doing a lick of salt, you did a lick of sugar.
Okay.
And I said, this drink is so good, I want more of them. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor.
Jeez.
And I
Hey, yeah.
I did it in a way that the whole place was not expecting it from a 50-something.
White
I'm
guy.
not a boomer, by the way. I am on the edge of Gen X. So, but yeah.
How are you? Wait.
What?
You're solidly in Gen X.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
well,
yeah.
by 2 years. I guess the cutoff is 64. I was born in 66.
Well, so I know we're going to be at the Walk and Roll, and I was at the
Yes.
barbecue brawl. You talked to the Grand Tasting. You actually haven't talked much about the bar brawl. What actually is entailed?
Well, it's
in
sold
that?
out, so there's no
Okay,
point
that's
talking
what it
about it because
Well,
all I'm
what's
going to
not
do is
sold out
temp-
actually? Because I
Wait,
thought
is this the
everything
one
was
we're
sold out.
going to?
That
Rock
thing I
and
want you to
Roll
go to. Yeah.
Thursday. There are still limited tickets
Okay.
remaining, and we love our diversity. We love Alex and Diego from Temple Street Eatery.
I'm
and it's-
excited. And who doesn't like Asian food?
I don't know
You're talking about-
anybody. I mean, again, it's like Asian
Racist.
street food. Yeah, racist.
Even they like Asian
Dim
food.
sum,
right?
hot
It's kind of
stickers.
true, right?
They're going to have all kinds of bites from all kinds of different, purveyors. And Alex and Diego from Temple Street Eatery, some of the new people from the Bayoshi Food Hall in Pembroke Pines that just opened up in the last month. They're all going to be at this event. There are limited quantities of tickets remaining. We're going to be there broadcasting live. You want to drop by and stop?
I'll
on
be
a-
there.
Stop
Oh,
on a
nice.
live
That would
lunchbox
actually
on
be an
Thursday night.
Excellent test of like how racist actually are you? Like if you don't like egg rolls, like you're committed to it. Like
We don't want to talk about the nasty.
You're like Defoe.
I'm not being, I'm not
He's
being
going
nasty.
there.
I'm saying it would be
You've taken him out of the live 4
we want-
times.
it would be an interesting acid test.
We want
Jesus
people
Christ.
Like you put a plate of egg foo young at somebody and they won't eat it.
to embrace
Well,
diversity.
everyone's
Asian
available there Thursday night, and we can't wait to see you.
VLFoodWine.com is the place that you're going to go to get the last
Yes.
remaining tickets.
For walk and roll.
And
But I think that's what walk and roll is all about. Is so many people think like they have. I mean, and don't knock it because I'm part of my life in New York too. I love like a good fried rice and a good lo mein, but it explores all the different flavors across Asia,
And they're all
the different
fantastic, and
cultures.
there's-
yeah,
Again,
you can have a banh
this
mi,
is
you
something.
can have pho, you can have.
It's funny because our buddy Jay Cho was just in town this week. We did trivia with him. A guy who really introduced me to a lot of Korean flavors that I before had not been familiar with. But
gochujang is a great
all-
spice.
all so different from
kimchi.
across the region.
Fermentation,
And all just
fermented
fantastic.
cabbage.
Yeah.
I mean, all these things. There's a bunch of new Korean restaurants that just opened up that I've been reading about on the Let's Eat group, including one in Hollywood that's called like Did You Know? Or it's got some goofy name, but now I'm intrigued. I got to get there soon. There's
You
a
know
new.
what we need in Brad? A really good Korean barbecue.
Well, there's a bunch of them. I mean,
There's
Gabos
a-
has been there,
I-
but no, there's a new one that opened up in Hollywood. That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
well,
about.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
get down to
send it to
Hollywood
you.
enough, apparently.
I'm going to send it to you.
What's the name?
Korean is there. It's something like Did You Know? Or it has
Okay.
a weird name. A weird.
Well, if you want to experience so many
American
different varieties of
Yeah.
the Asian cuisine,
Yeah.
Walk and Roll is a place to be.
there you go.
This
Thank
is
you
the
for-
point we're making.
following
putting the
Thursday.
train back on the tracks. VLFoodWine.com. Again, the Grand Tasting is now a sellout, but there are limited tickets to the Thursday night walk and roll. There are also some tickets available for some of the wine seminar that Roberto from Union Kitchen is going to be
Yep.
conducting, along with some of the other interactive classes. And for the intimate dinners, the Union Kitchen and Bar, I'm going to be there on that Tuesday night. There's so many great things going on the whole week. So, again, VLFoodWine.com. Get your last remaining tickets, and we'll see you there next week. I can't believe it. I'm ready. And, yeah, I'm not complaining. It's the world's smallest violin. I am so blessed. It's going to be a fantastic time. All right, let's take our first break, and we'll come back with more on the Lunchbox after these
I finally signed
words.
into my gambling account.
You got it. Comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have daily happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting. Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi, fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova, or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we are back on the Lunchbox. We've got Ken the Professor. We've got Neki Mohan filling in for the ailing Defoe. I hope you've got all those maladies being attended to by all the doctors today, Jeff.
He got hurt with all the Dolphin players last
Yeah,
week?
something like that. He's going in for an oil change, something today. But meanwhile, we thought it was going to be the ultimate hunch play of the year so far at Gulfstream. There's a horse that was supposed to run in this upcoming race named Blazing Tyreek.
I thought it was an omen.
It was
I totally
definitely an
bet
open.
on it.
And then
it was an omen, just bad omen. A couple
as
days
they
ago.
were loading into the gate, I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody set the barn ablaze, but Blazing Tyreek is a late gate scratch here at Gulfstream. We thought we were going to be. I would have just dumped everything in my pocket on that one, and not to make light of what could have been a tragic situation.
Listen, we're having fun because no one was hurt.
Nobody got hurt.
Correct.
You know,
The question
No one was
is,
Before Joe gets here, by the way,
Yeah.
just because I feel like we should mention it because we didn't order it. We usually do. What was the fish special today for
I don't know.
someone who's interested in coming
But
out?
they
Nobody
always
didn't
have a
even
great
check.
Friday fish special here at Gulfstream, especially during the Lenten season, which is upcoming. I can't believe we're already going to be,
Right?
it's New Year's, then comes the Pegasus, and then comes Valentine's Day, and then comes Mardi Gras and Lent. But yeah, Friday fish is always great. They have great sea bass here. They have all kinds of good stuff. We'll ask Joe when he comes in. He knows.
What's it called? The paper wrapping again? I always forget the French term.
Oh, it's in Papillote?
In Papillote. There you go.
Thank you for testing my food knowledge. Anyway, let's do a quick shout out to our friends at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap in Fort Lauderdale. They're going to be having their, the 12 days of Christmas brunch are over, but they have their weekend brunch on both Saturday and Sunday. One of the reasons we love Batch, and Ken, you've been there.
Get the jambalaya.
The jambalaya blew you away.
If I don't have to put Dixie on it, it is perfectly spiced.
So they have a really, really good jambalaya there at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, 525 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. And again, they are open for lunch, dinner, and the weekend brunches. It's fantastic. Lunchbox approved. We're going to be doing a show with them there next Thursday, the 11th, the same day as the walk and roll event. We're doing a doubleheader, Nikki. We're going to be at Batch, Fort Lauderdale daytime for a regular hour show, and then we're going to go Lunchbox after dark for the walk and roll event of the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. I'm so excited about that. Go check out Batch. They have free parking in a garage right next door in the apartment buildings. It's very, people don't know about it and might keep you from going there, but it's really easy to park. So check out Batch. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you, and we'll see you there next Friday for our Lunchbox show. All right, we welcome, without further ado, I don't know if you know Neki Mohan from
Hi, Nikki. Pleasure to meet
Visit
you.
Lauderdale.
Pleasure to meet
She
you,
used to
Joe.
be the weekend anchor on Channel 10, and I really miss her on the weekends. I don't watch local news anymore. I just lucky enough to sit next to
I don't
Nikki on
miss working
occasion.
weekends anymore, except when it's at VL Food and Wine with
That's
you.
right. Joe Beja, Executive Director. We are so blessed to be here. She's enjoying a beautiful experience here at 10 Palms. Nikki also grew up Well, she's Trinidadian, and she is
I grew up
a
around a horse track.
not
Oh,
so
really?
secret degenerate horse player. She was
There you
loading
go.
I
up
like
her.
the ponies.
She was
Nice.
loading up her betting app as we were speaking in the first segment. And are you ready to roll? You got anything?
I have bets on 3 and 4.
I'm alive in the.
My Blazing Tyreek
you
got
got scratched, so you're still
but I
alive.
got Diva Banker and Beautiful Karen.
We love
in the
it.
next race.
There you go.
Joe, how are you this week? Happy New
great.
Year. Happy and a
Happy New
healthy
Year.
one, I
Yeah.
hope.
Recovered.
Yeah.
You know, those 16-hour New Year's Eve days, or
Woo.
then you come back the next day for live racing.
You guys
so
had a crazy weekend. You went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Is that right?
correct.
5 days in a
We
row.
did.
Which
We did.
is, I guess,
We
going to
did.
become the new norm here now that it's the new year.
Yes.
Yeah.
The height.
I mean, I just love what you guys have done with the park. I mean, it's
Thank
such a diverse venue for you could get a great meal here. I could bring the kids to karaoke and bowling.
Yes.
And then, slip away and come bet.
Exactly.
Every mother's dream. A place where the kids can be happy and you can have a little fun too.
Right? No, it's great. It really is great. Plus, not to mention, we have the Carousel Club for the older,
yes,
for the older
yes.
folks.
Great
Kid
venue.
friendly until
Great venue.
until
Great
last race.
venue. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just so unique. I mean, how many times you can go hang out and then watch the horse racing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you guys do a mix, like you said, kid friendly by day. And in the evening, you could upscale it. A great venue. I know a lot of people throw events here. I mean, it's really wonderful because, we love, our neighbors to the north and south, but sometimes we just don't want to leave our county.
It's the
Right.
place
We
to
want a
come in
great
the middle. Like if
experience.
anybody
Yes.
is
right at the border.
right in the border.
Yeah.
And how many did you do? I guess people are out here for the New Year's Eve card and all that stuff. You had a good, strong
We did.
weekend.
We have about 2,000, 2,500 people in the walking ring in that area coming in and out. Of course, main time between 10 and midnight, obviously. But we went till 1 a.m.
Nice.
for there.
Oh, so that was a long
Yeah.
night-day doubleheader for you all.
It was long.
But
I
you
came in
guys-
Monday for live racing, and I was in one quick meeting, and my eyes were, keep moving or else I fall asleep.
Neki is highly interested here.
Did I
I don't
win?
think she won. It was
Yeah.
the 1-4 exacta. 1-4 exacta. for-
I
I think it's Ekati King was the winner of the. Is that the fourth race we're up to? What do we got coming up? Well, first of all, I was singing the praises of your menu because Neki works with Visit Lauderdale now. She just got back from the Rose Bowl parade where they had a float celebrating our diversity here. And I was saying your menu is incredibly diverse. We had the Greek salad, we had a Reuben sandwich, we have pizza, we have sushi. But Neki and the Caribbean crowd, I was telling them about
They
how
had a
great
great
the
Caribbean party.
taste of the
Yeah.
track
That's
was.
awesome.
Yeah, we did.
But on the menu, maybe we could squeeze in a Jamaican beef patty or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jerk
Maybe.
wings. Jerk wings
Jerk-
is always good.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerk wings is always good. Yeah, people like or a patty or but I love it. The menu's amazing. I'm sorry, I spilled soy sauce everywhere.
No
I'm a
worries.
mess.
With-
I'm a mess.
There goes one right into the trash.
But no, I mean, there's something for everybody here, and this venue there's what else is like it in this community?
No, it's
Yeah.
unique, and everybody who's
unique.
come out,
Nothing
and what's part of the joy of being able to partner with you is getting food lovers who are on the Let's Eat South Florida group aligned with degenerates like me and Defo, but to come out to the track, and you don't have to know the horse's mane from its tail. You don't have to bet a thing. You can come out here and have a great time at brunch, and people say, wow, I never knew that this existed for a Sunday brunch option. It's affordably priced for what you're getting. It's not, going to break the bank, and you can come out here, sit all day. It's not one of these 2-hour time limits. And it's been really gratifying that so many people have
Yeah, and
basically-
it's it's easy to get to. I mean, now it's accessible at Brightline. I know Brightline does shuttles over here too.
Yes.
And I'm queen of valet.
Ah,
I made sure Alex down in valet took good care of me. You just come up here and have this great experience in and out. It's awesome.
and now we're in the heart of it. We're going to 5 days a week. We're
Correct.
going into Pegasus this month, and
Yes.
then Holy Bill and Fountain of Youth next in February. Then comes the big Florida Derby.
We are.
Are you ready?
This is
And
season.
what do you want to tell the people out there in terms of Pegasus?
Well,
is
Pegasus
next?
is up next. That's on the 27th. There are still tickets available. They vary from like the grandstand the GA tickets are usually like around 150 or so. I'm sorry, I wanted to bone up on the pricing a little bit more, but we have a lot of nice activations going on down there. We're gonna have a couple of pop-ups that we partnership with Dave Grutman, and as well as
My man.
Diageo is going to
Okay.
be one of those main sponsors. So we'll
But
be having
Fulvio from Sardelli's.
Fulvio
will
from
be-
Sardelli's will be here.
bringing
He'll be
some
right
of
where
his-
we're sitting now. He's going to do the owner's lounge. So we'll do a family style, Italian, traditional family style meal for all of our owners and trainers of the horses that can come here
Treat
by
everybody
Sardelli.
first class. That's
Yeah,
great.
I love this here because it is a great venue for our guests and tourists during season, but the locals really love it. And
Yes.
that's the mark of a good place, is that you can come and the locals are here and everybody's having a great time.
And mention the pricing for one of these like glamour days. This is the only sports venue where you could still come home with more money than you came with because it's a racetrack.
That is true.
Wise
That is
investing
true.
is part of the scheme. Now, me and you, I didn't give you a ribbing yet, but we were both at the Panthers-Rangers game last week.
We were.
A week ago tonight.
We were.
And you know what? I grew up a Rangers fan. I spent a lot of time in Madison Square Garden. But I was kind of rooting for the Panthers last week. And
Were you? Yeah.
not to rub it in, but 4-3 Panthers, a great game.
Was a great game.
And all I know is after all those $20 beers, I had no way of recouping it, except if I went onto the betting app. But I didn't even want to do that. I just wanted to take my $20 beer losses.
Yep.
I couldn't bet on a race to recoup. But did you have a good time?
Had a great time. Great
Yeah.
seats, 6th row behind the net.
I
so-
saw you in your Vegas Knights
You
jersey.
saw that? I was like, yeah.
So you.
But it was great. Actually, during the national anthem, when it got to the night part, there was a lot of people that yelled out night. And I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one that's here. But yeah, I represent Vegas again. And still, I always like to do
fuck
it.
South Florida front runners. They win the Stanley Cup, and
Oh, yeah,
everybody
that's
is
what it
like
is.
into
Exactly.
it. And you took your man Tommy, your assistant.
Tommy, yeah, my
here.
manager here. My
He's a
GM.
Rangers fan. I
Die
assume.
hard.
Yeah.
Die hard. He
It was a
is.
great game, though. 7
Oh, it was a great
goals going
game.
back and forth, shorthanded goal to tie it up for the Rangers, and then
Yeah.
the Panthers come right back and score on the power play. I just gave you the recap. You were in Southern California. It was a fantastic game. I only go to one hockey game a year, and it's that one. And it was a full house, a festive time, another beautiful thing for people to do in Broward County.
Yep. That's why we
Check
had
out-
them on our float.
Yeah.
They're a big
so-
part of our
No.
destination.
And it's great. The ride to the cup and the product that's on the ice right now is you can see it in the stands.
Yeah.
Years ago it might have been the upper level.
Yeah, I was telling him,
now
like,
it's
when
booked.
the road parade float made its way through Pasadena, people were so excited to see the Panthers on it.
Yeah.
They were
Because they're
so
an exciting
excited.
team and they're doing well. And
They
both
are.
teams, the Rangers and the Panthers, hopefully will have
Yeah.
deep playoff runs and meet in the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals, and that'll be
The Rangers
a
won in
grudge
Vegas
match.
this week for the first time.
Oh,
Tuesday night
wow, that's
or Wednesday
exciting.
night. They won in
Vegas.
Vegas.
Are you going to go out
4-1
there? You can't go out there.
to Vegas.
Oh, they went. Oh,
They went. Yeah, they went this week.
I
They
missed
beat
it.
the Golden Knights.
I missed it.
I lost a
Hey,
little sleep off that, but
just a reminder about the contest. Again, you and a guest can win all expense paid Sunday brunch at 10 Palms if you email the winning restaurant. The right restaurant, the winning horse in tomorrow's feature contest race, which is the 9th race, the Ginger Brew Stakes, numbers 1 through 13, and give us the tiebreaker, the winning team and victory margin in Sunday's Bills-Dolphins game. What is your prediction for the big AFC East showdown, Joe Beja?
Dolphins.
Nice. Everybody,
think
we got
so.
4. We're a bunch of homers.
Yeah.
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 My friends at Three Sons Brewing in Dania Beach.
Less than 3. It's gonna be a close one.
I'm going there for my
Yeah.
usual Friday night beers, but they are Bills Mafia. Joe and his son Corey grew up. Well, Joe, the father of Corey, the brewmaster,
Yep.
grew up in Buffalo.
Yeah.
They have a whole busload of people going out there drinking beer at the brewery on Sunday morning and then loading up the buses. But it's Bills fans only because they're Buffalo fans. So
Wow.
not the place
Wow.
to go for Dolphins fans at Three Sons
On
Brewing
Sunday.
on Sunday during the game
Yeah.
if you're a Dolphin fan. However, it's a great place to go. It's
Great
one of
place.
those other things. that-
Great menu.
Yep.
The wings,
Great
Yes.
beers.
the pizza. Yeah, the beers are
delicious
phenomenal.
beer.
Yeah.
Another part of the fledgling Broward Visit Lauderdale scene is all the breweries
Yes.
that are here.
We have
The-
a real ale trail.
Yeah.
And and here at Gulfstream they do serve our everyone under the sun beer.
Yeah.
I believe we have that here. So
We have
yeah.
Citra Machine as well.
Yes.
Nice.
We have Citra Machine from Three Sons on
Very
tap.
good. They make a Tropical Acres beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if they serve it at Tropical Acres, but it's in their, they have this big, beautiful refrigerator case now where you can pick up 4-packs.
It's very cool. I think it's a sour, ironically.
it
Yeah,
is,
I think it's
yeah.
a sour, like a wild berry sour. I remember correctly.
Speaking of Tropical Acres, we love our.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Before I go to the live spot and let you go, I'm just going to give you one clue of the contest. We're coming up to Greek Orthodox Christmas on Sunday, so I went with a Greek restaurant, longtime popular Greek eatery on the Intracoastal in Hollywood, known for its do-it-yourself hummus service with a mortar and pestle on the table. Plus, it gets a little crazy and raucous in there late night with dancing on tables and plate smashing. And again, the claim to fame for this place, it's been there over 25 years on the Intracoastal. It had a
Yeah.
location in Delray Beach that closed last year. It still has a location in Orlando. Nikki says they had one in
They used to have
Miami
one on
Beach,
South Beach. Uh-huh.
and that one also is no longer. But the original in Hollywood been there for like 27 years, and their claim, well, they're opening, well, their operating hours. They say they open every day, but don't close until the ouzo runs out. Do you know that restaurant?
Yes,
Is
I
that
do.
legal?
Yes, he does. Yeah, it's Hollywood. Anything Hollywood, they liquor licenses go till 6 a.m.
They
I just
do.
spent enough time in that locale to know that. All right,
I have
so
one of those.
Joe, keep up the great work. Again, get those Pegasus tickets, and then the next Taste of the Track is going to be what?
February 3rd, Holy Bowl.
Holy Bull Day, and it's going to be the
Bourbon and barbecue.
bourbon barbecue.
Yeah.
Always popular. How
Yeah.
about Demetrius? You come on out
Yeah.
that Holy Bull Day.
Yes.
That's going to be
Lot
He
of
fun.
loves barbecue.
I love it too. I love bourbon even more.
Yeah, more. Yep.
So we talked about Tropical Acres. They make an homage sour beer at Three Sons Brewing, but you could go into Tropical Acres itself and get the greatest in the terms of the steak. And the bar has happy hour Monday through Friday. Have you been there in a while? Tropical Acres, half price on every drink in the house at the happy hour. You can't beat that deal. I love that. Along with the light bites. Then you go into the main dining room. You get their fantastic prime rib or the filet mignon. And again, this is one of those places where value is key along with hospitality. The Studio LA family, they've been doing it a long time. The restaurant's going to be celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. That's a long time. It means they're doing something right. Tropical Acres is at 2500 Griffin Road, and it is not too early now that we're into the new year. Book your Valentine's Day reservations now. They do fill up fast. It's on a Wednesday night this year, February 14th. 954-989-2500. 954-989-2500 for your Valentine's Day reservations. They're open every day but Sunday. Tropical Acres, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right. Joe, thanks as usual.
Always a
Happy,
pleasure.
healthy
Great to
New
meet
Year.
you.
Great to meet you too.
And we'll be back to wrap up this week's Lunchbox after these words.
We finished already?
4, a Delray Beach favorite since 2010. Casual waterfront dining right on the Intracoastal and the Avenue. Located at 840 East Atlantic, there's valet parking and dock and dine available. By land and sea, this is the place to be, with modern American cuisine, fresh seafood, and a sushi bar. Stay cool in the interior dining room or chill out on the air-conditioned outdoor deck and bar. All your favorites are here, including burgers, tacos, and their great spinach cheese dip. Weekend brunch until 2 p.m. and live music every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. For reservations and more information, go to deck84.com and tell them the Lunchbox sent you. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices, served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We're back on the Lunchbox. Ken, the Professor Jacobsen. You could check out some of his fine work at the Foundry Restaurant. He's
Yes,
a
Ken?
partner, and they have a great weekend brunch. Do they do brunch on Saturday as well as
Yes,
Sunday?
we do.
At
Yeah,
the
it's great.
Foundry. I like their breakfast pizza. I like
It's
their
great.
burgers. I
The
like
breakfast
being,
burger. I just had one last week.
I like
Also
being
excellent.
across the street from Houston's and saying, "Forget it, fellas. I got the Foundry."
A lot of people like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Neki Mohan, visit Lauderdale. Looking forward to a very big week next week.
Such a big
Before
week.
we wrap up, I got to put in the kind words about our friends at Rappaport Restaurant Group. One county to the north, but that's okay. We're going to be out there at Burton Max's next Tuesday before we get into the knee deep in the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. But Burton Max is a fantastic restaurant that's part of Burt Rappaport's collection of fine restaurants now. We're going to be there for Tuesday lunch with Luby's friend, why do I always forget his name? Because I'm
Oh,
old.
now you're going to me, and I forgot his name.
It's
so. Buddha, the great
Buddha.
Buddha, who's
Buddha,
the GM and
Steve.
a managing partner.
Yes, the managing partner at Burton Max is a longtime friend of Defoe and Luby,
Yeah, good dude.
also a degenerate. He likes his sports gambling, right?
Yep.
Friends with the Greek. But Burton Max is in West Delray in the marketplace shops there, and it's a fantastic place for families and pets. The beautiful patio up there. They have live music. This is the time of year that you want to be eating outside.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that
it's
is
gorgeous.
a hallmark of the Rappaport Restaurant Group restaurants, whether it's on the Intracoastal in Delray at Deck 84 or down in Meisner Park at Max's Grill, which has been there for 35 years. It's the only tenant that has been there since the beginning, the start of Meisner Park. And you know
That's
that
amazing.
means they're
Yeah.
doing
Wow.
something
It's
right.
crazy.
And again, we've got also the
Prezzo, both
Prezzo in
locations.
Boca and in Palm Beach Gardens. We're going to be going out to the Prezzo Boca location later in the month on Monday the 22nd. See our friend Ed Pozzoli there. All of them outdoor dining, all of them affordably priced, sophisticated,
Great service.
comfort food, great service, all day happy hours at the bar and the high tops. Those are some of the things you'll find at the Rappaport Restaurant Group. Go online now, check them out, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, last topic before we get out of here. And I hope everybody crushes the rest of the races. I'm very disappointed that
I love that
the
everyone's been
Blazing
active.
Tyreek didn't make it.
I did okay. I put the Diva Banker to place, and she
Oh,
win and place. And
so you're
I-
ahead.
Well, yeah.
What do you hit? How
Okay.
much?
Kind of
10
of. I'm ahead.
cents, right?
I'm 20 cents
That's
under.
fine.
Try doing
I
that at
don't- I-
Dolphins
I-
game.
yeah.
Where you go and park and buy a hot dog and some beer.
Right? As
Exactly.
long as I make back my valet, I'm good.
One last topic for today.
Okay.
The Sun Sentinel, which of course my partner on the Great Let's Eat South Florida group, they are now conducting, I guess, a one of these contests. I don't know if there's going to be final judging, but they are seeking the best fried chicken in South Florida. And I already put a post, a comment up with some of my contenders. There's actually an official entry form. So if you go onto the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group and you just go onto the main page, you'll see pinned to the top of the page is you can click on it and submit your nomination. Ken, Professor, what is your pick for best fried chicken in South Florida?
My house, the 2 Sundays a year we get my mom to
God.
actually make fried chicken.
That's one of those answers that we suspend people for now.
You could ask Luby. She
You
made
could
it
say
for his
my
birthday
house.
one
really
time.
good.
You could say make it yourself, but we're looking for
Is there any place?
store
You know,
bought
I
or
I mean, honestly,
restaurant.
I like Shuck and Dive's Sunday fried chicken special. I've always been a fan.
There you go.
Nice,
Fort Lauderdale, downtown.
I like Donna's.
Donna's. I didn't
I
realize
like
they had fried
Donna's.
chicken.
There's a lot of Donna's locations across the county, and one on Sistrunk, the new
Is
one
it
on
jerk
Sistrunk.
chicken or fried chicken?
They have both.
Both.
What would you like? Stewed chicken? You
Oh.
want fried chicken? You want barbecue
That's
chicken?
All the chickens.
Oh, I
You want
gotta-
jerk chicken?
I got to insert one. I
Curry
forgot about
chicken?
it. The
Yeah.
Foxy Brown has excellent fried
do
chicken.
they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the one that used to be at their barbecue place called Red Cow. I think they offered as a sometime special the key to that fried chicken,
Mhm.
which our friend Elliot Wolf and the Be Nice Restaurant Group. Do you know the secret to their fried chicken?
I do not. I love the restaurants, but I do not know the secret.
It is fried in bacon fat.
Oh, wow.
nice.
They
Well,
can't
that-
go wrong.
That will harden.
What's
some
the one on
arteries.
sample that you guys sent me to? That's by you guys in Pompano. It's a small.
Oh, Maryland fried chicken.
That place is fantastic. That's
That
my favorite
place is
place. So
very
Where
good.
is this?
So in my
In
top
Pompano?
super small,
right on
and
sample.
it's just a counter, and
Yep.
they literally just
It's
do
called
fried
Maryland fried
Maryland
chicken.
fried
chicken,
chicken.
fried
Oh,
chicken,
yeah,
French
yeah, yeah.
fries.
I'm a
the
graduate of the
bread, and
University of
that's like-
Maryland. I got to
okay.
check it out.
Well, you're gonna like
But
my
it's
okay.
great.
5 choices for me because that's me. I've eaten everywhere. Okay. On the kind of hole in the wall side, you've got Maryland fried chicken in Pompano and Fran's Chicken Haven in Boca Raton has been there
Long
for over
time
50
staple.
years. That is what I call the hole in the wall category. For the mid range category, you've got our friends at Batch New
Oh,
Southern
Bash is
Kitchen.
really good fried chicken.
They do it with chicken and waffles, but it's a sweet tea brine chicken.
How
and
did I
it's
not eat
mighty
the fried
fine.
chicken? With it?
Remember
because you were busy eating the
You ate all the
jambalaya.
tater tot
Yeah.
things, and you were like stuffed.
Another in the mid range is our friend Michelle Bernstein down in Miami.
She has very good fried chicken.
Mishi's-
And sometimes in the Centurion Lounge, they'll
Yeah.
have the fried chicken, and it's great. And
that's the
Mishi knows how to
airport.
make a fried
So
chicken.
at
She knows
her
how to make some fried chicken.
now bygone great restaurant Mishi, she had a great fried chicken, but that lives on at the great upscale cocktail bar lounge that she runs with her husband called Sweet Liberty
Uh-huh.
in South Beach. She offers her fried chicken there, so that's the mid-range contender. And then for upscale, also right next to our friends at Max's Grill, it's called Lock Bar. It's Maryland. It's run by a Maryland restaurant group that it's mainly a seafood place that has all kinds of great oysters. They have
Yeah.
the greatest crab cakes in South Florida, but they also do a pressure fried henny penny Maryland fried chicken dinner there that is outstanding. It's a
Okay.
little bit more expensive. Hand cut fries served with it. So Lock Bar has the upscale. You've got Sweet Liberty in Miami and Batch
Tom
in
T
Fort
is throwing
Lauderdale.
in, and we
And-
trust Tom T. Howley's.
Howley. Oh,
Never been there, but on Tom
that's in
T's
West Palm
recommendation,
Beach.
I'll
Okay.
go.
That's
South
owned
Florida ish.
by my namesake but not relative Rodney Mayo owns it's a 24-hour diner in West Palm Beach, and if Tom T is saying they have great fried chicken, a lot of people like Bud's fried chicken and fish.
Oh yeah, but
That's up-
chicken and fish
that's-
in Del
those
Rey.
3 of them in Palm Beach. It's going to be no shortage.
I was gonna say the churches that was in Dania for like 50 years,
That
but
was such a
apparently
grease
it's
trap.
closed
yeah, no, it's
because the neighborhood got too nice to have a churches. Because you know,
quickies.
It's always in-
quickies.
if
you know,
there's not
it's
like a
called
crack
quickies.
house next door, you
Now,
can't have a
you know
church.
what?
You were
but
just
it's
killing me.
always the worst.
That's my neighborhood. Churches didn't make it
I
because it
love
was garbage.
churches.
It was
No,
there
I
for
love
like
churches.
it was there for my great godparents live in that neighborhood. It was there for like
What do you
40
think
years.
of Publix fried chicken?
I love Publix fried
That's
chicken.
good.
Very solid.
Solid.
As a
Publix fried
go-to
chicken is
pick
great.
up quick
Yeah.
on a Sunday
Yeah,
before a
yeah. You
Dolphins
can't go.
game.
You can't go wrong with
I'm not
Publix
hating
fried
on
chicken.
I
that.
like
No,
Publix
I'm
fried
not
chicken.
hating on that, but it's not in my top
But you
five.
got to get the chicken pieces. You can't get like the popcorn chicken.
What do you
That's
think?
not, not
yeah,
as near as
it's
good.
not
About
It's all
Popeyes.
breading.
That was okay.
Yeah.
Whatever
okay.
happened to Bojangles?
Again,
Popeyes was
Popeyes-
my junk food
Popeyes
in
is like
college.
churches. If you go, you have to go to one in a terrible neighborhood because the fried chicken will be better at
You
those
know,
Popeyes.
there are no such things as terrible neighborhoods. There are
Different socioeconomic
there's
level.
different
like the one on Atlantic
We
that's
gotta
next
get
to all
Ken
the
up
strip
to
clubs.
speed with the whole.
Ken's very honest and blunt.
The one on Atlantic out
You know,
west
there was
that's
a
next to all the
murder
strip
in my
clubs is
neighborhood 6
excellent.
months
There's
ago.
been stuff in
so
Coral
these
Springs.
things happen. Anyway,
Believe me, every day. So
sleep.
It's
All
been
right.
wonderful, guys.
great
All right.
having all of you here.
Let's just
Feel better,
uh,
Deep.
everybody have a happy, healthy New Year, and thanks to Joe Beja, thanks to Ken and Nikki for filling in, and we're gonna be back on Monday with a home show.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a big week of eating and drinking during the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. I am looking forward to it. And hopefully the alien invasion won't occur until after the food festival, because if I am going to get transported a million light years away, I want to do it when
A
I'm
week away.
well fed and well lubricated next
In
week.
case of probing.
In case of lubricated with this kind of stuff. All right.
Wow.
We've had enough of the show.
Yep.
Everybody enjoy every sandwich.
Washington Monday night.
Washington, the championship game from the professor.